7:32 almost, and of course Target, they've had a massive security breach. About 40 million customers have been affected by this one. So many cards at risk, your bank cards. Thieves reportedly accessed the personal data of customers when they were swiping their cards. This is in the stores at the register. This happened all the way from Black Friday up till December 15th. So we wanted to ask an expert about it.
Yeah, so we brought in Anthony Mongeluzo. He joins us now with more on what you can do right now to protect yourself, if anything. Anthony, thanks for being here.
Yeah, good morning. This is a big one, 40 million. I believe this is the second biggest in our history, and there's not really much you could do. But if you have a debit card, you need to change your PIN number now if you shopped at the brick and mortar Target store. Did not affect online users.
So that's the biggest risk, really, is if they could go in and drain the money out of your account if you have a debit card.
Realistically, they could actually make copies now of your card with the way they were hacked, so they could go to an ATM machine as you with your PIN. Obviously, you want to sign up for any credit monitoring services. I sure hope Target provides it for these 40 million people. You could check with Equifax and everything else, but there's not a lot. Once they have your data, they have your address, they have your copy of your card. What can you do at that point? It's really scary, and I think all the other retailers are probably checking their systems now as well.
One of the scariest parts is that this happened for so long, for more than 2 weeks, and it was so widespread. How did this happen?
It's unbelievable. My guess is you could take a credit card by actually altering the machine. I don't think that was the case because that would be a lot of machines to be altered. I'm guessing there had to be some software glitch somewhere that literally the cards were leaking, the data was leaking, and again, this is just absolutely absurd. They're a Fortune 500 company. If this went on for 2 days, just imagine the transactions, let alone weeks.
Is there any way that they know which stores were affected? We know it's widespread. We know it's 40 million people, but, you know, obviously people, is it the one over there in City Ave? Has mine been affected? I mean, how do they know it all?
I'm guessing based on the reports, it's all of them. Target is releasing very little information, what they need to do for compliance, PCI compliance. So they're doing the bare minimum. They're saying we got hacked. They're saying data's lost. If it was more limited and they knew it, I think they would release that because they're causing panic, and rightfully so.
And tomorrow's the biggest shopping day of the year. Should people be worried?
People should be worried, but at the end of the day, everything's electronic, everything's online. You could get hacked doing anything, so you do have to live your life. I mean, just because Target got hacked doesn't mean that Walmart or Best Buy or anyone else, so live your life.
You mentioned other stores, and our Steve Keeley's in front of a Kohl's today. What does this do for Target going forward? This is a mess for them.
Well, for the PR people at Target, it's good because they're going to get a raise because they're going to be very, very busy, but realistically, it's probably cost them millions and millions of dollars a day. People are scared. This is not a good advertisement for them.
So review your statements right now, of course. Talk to your banks if anything suspicious shows up.
Absolutely. You want to make sure you check your statements because when these hackers and these criminals are charging stuff, they're going to charge $1, $2. They're going to test it out a little bit. They're not going to go for the gusto. They're not going to go for a $1,000 charge up front. So monitor your statements.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I was just taking a look, and you know, I know Sarah did it yesterday, and you're just looking for the big stuff, but we're not looking for the little tiny dollar charges first where they test it out.
It's the 50-cent charges. It's the dollar charges. That's when you know someone's testing you. And you got to keep checking. They might lie in wait for a couple months and then come at you. So this is a very serious issue.
All right. Anthony Mongeluzo of Help Me PCS. Thank you for the advice and the warning. And this story, I'm sure, will stretch into the new year for weeks and months to come. All right, Anthony, thanks.
Thank you.